And the island actually sits about 400 kilometres above Madagascar. So they are way out there. There's a lot of ocean between them and
His tail is what propels him. You can see him utilising that, moving himself into position. Now he's in no hurry. He can hold his breath for up to 3 hours if he has to. But what he really is hoping is that Josh is going to go down and stick his head in the water. Somehow, I don't think that's going to happen. As Graham comes out, focusing on the food, nice work. As Graham comes out, it is at the water's edge and in the water where he is potentially dangerous. Once he's on land, he's like a fish out of water. And he will also attack not just for food, but for territorial reasons as well. In between his jaws, 3,000 pounds per square inch jaw pressure. So I'm just going to be quiet for a moment and let Josh concentrate here. Because if he seems a little nervous, it's probably because he is. Josh, don't forget that. Or flying low over the surface of the water to come up and out vertically half of his body length. And this is what we call a tail walk. Now what he'll do is just position himself in and under. He's up at the moment, Josh. Their eyesight is very movement orientated. So as Josh is swinging his little arm out there, he's getting Graham's attention. Good work. So you can see he can come up and out of the water. Now Graham weighs probably 200 and out of the water vertically. So you can imagine flying foxes that might camp in trees or branches overhanging the water, make a nice little tasty meal for the occasional crocodile going by. Good work, son.
Alright guys, this is
right out on land to just dispel that one great myth about estuarine crocodiles. Some people will try and tell you that an estuarine croc like Graham can run as fast as a horse. You know, you're riding your horse along by the riverbank and a crocodile will chase you down and death roll you off. Just not true. Just not true. If that were true, Josh and I would have been in a lot of trouble a long time ago. Okay, we're not real quick. Now the reason they're not quick is pretty easy to work out if you have a look at them. Have a look at this fella here. You can see half of his body length.
Smart, they know constant
stimulation, otherwise they get destructive in a heartbeat. And they simply don't enjoy pats and cuddles either. They would sooner take your finger off than let you have a pat. So yeah, unfortunately, when people do buy them off the black market, not really realising what they're in for, it just never ends up well, not for the otters or the unsuspecting family that takes them on. Also, very simply, these guys have been hunted in many areas across Southeast Asia because the locals traditionally see them, you've got it, Bonnie, good girl. The locals see them as a test animal. Fortunately though, I can leave you guys all with a positive note. It is not a completely gloomy future for these animals. We are seeing a lot of positive home countries put on a lot more local protected species lists, which is great. But one of the best things going on for these guys is the simple fact that the locals, folks across Southeast Asia who typically haven't gotten along with them too well in some areas, are actually really starting to understand them better these days and are learning to live with them rather than constantly being at odds with them. And a beautiful little example that I will close up on, where things are really turning around, comes from the Philippines. And basically,